This is Carl Eller, and you're watching the One Bar and Lepagas show.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lepagas show. I'm One Bar with Lepagas, and it is Victory Friday. And regardless of a win or not, we still found some losers. We're going to give our top 5 losers.
Yeah, the way this game started, when you're up 29-0 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter, you think no one's a loser, but then suddenly it happened. Losers started to appear left and right, and sometimes a few of these guys on this list, maybe losers is too harsh a term, but there was definitely some who were very, very worthy of that title.
There is, before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video here every damn day. Let's get the 4,500, hashtag 4,500 in the comments for a chance to win that gift card to the NFL shop.
Hell yeah, don't forget to join the Patreon. We're closing in on the 50. The goal is almost within reach. I can smell it. It smells like peppermint and popcorn.
Peppermint and popcorn, very weird combo, just like the combo of losers we have. And before we get into our actual player losers, let's start off with loser 1A, which is all the fans, regardless, hoping we lose just for drafts, whatever, draft position. Come on, man.
Well, there's a couple different, I mean, I'm getting so far away from that as I get older and more wiser. Number one, you got to hit on those picks. I mean, did we lose to get Garrett Bradbury? I mean, it's so much that factors into it. You don't know if the guy you pick is going to be right. And then everybody's always looking to the future, but sometimes you got to look at the now. I mean, we're in the season now. You're still technically alive. Let's win some damn games. Let's quit looking for the future till you get this roster where you think it needs to be, the rebuild or whatever the hell. It's still alive now. Let's just do it now. That's what we try to do. This is why we're making these picks years in the before this to get to a point where you're still competitive. Let's just do it now. Let's win some goddamn ball games.
That was a much longer rant than I expected to see. I would say if we were in a position where there was like a top quarterback and we had 2 wins at this point, fine, whatever. But that's not the case.
Well, I think you can't even say a top quarterback. It has to be a can't miss prospect. And Andrew Luck, somebody like that where it's a sure thing, a rare talent. That's the only situation where I think you actually want the team to lose.
All right. Well, some of these players were playing yesterday that they wanted us to lose. And let's start off with the easy one. Oli Udoh again makes the list. Congratulations. When we do our year Lepagas award, the One Bar and Lepagas awards, he'll probably be getting a few. And that's Oli Udoh, 1 penalty, same old shit, different week. I give him a little bit of grace because they chucked him at a different position, but he was gross.
Yeah, it's the same result every week with Oli Udoh. When it's a holding call, it's gonna be number 74. The O-line really as a whole played pretty well last night. I don't think I gave him credit
Bradbury
in the post-game live, and I got called out for that a little bit. But yeah, the O-line played well, and Oli Udoh still being a turd. Maybe he just wasn't as a stinky turd as he has been in weeks past, but he's still definitely a turd, definitely a loser.
Well, when Darisaw comes back, this line is going to be, I wouldn't say fantastic, but decent because Cole's going to stay at right guard.
Let's hope so.
Bradbury is coming off his second best game career of his game. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So he had a fantastic game. Maybe that lit a fire up his ass, but doesn't matter. This is about losers. Loser number 2, again, another familiar name, Bashaud Breeland.
Yeah, Bashaud Breeland.
Even though he had that interception, still loser.
He did have a nice interception. I thought his first half was decent, but then, he starts getting the pass interference calls. He's bodyguarding, not looking back at the ball. He ended up with 8 tackles, which I thought was surprising. So I do feel like I saw quite a few misses, but it's the same thing. He started getting picked on late when the Steelers are coming back. They specifically said, we can get completions on this guy, and they attacked him over and over again. And you know what? They got completions. I mean, regardless, some of those catches were amazing. How, Claypool making some of those grabs. I think Deontay Johnson had one that was like, how the hell did he catch that? But again, Bashaud Breeland, he's a loser.
Breeland, they had 7 receptions on 9 targets, a touchdown. He had a penalty. He had 1 missed tackle. And just whatever. Let's go to another one that is generally in the winners list. But Kirk Cousins, 45 completion percentage, 2 interceptions. A lot of misses. I mean, this game could have been at halftime could have been big time blown out if he were to just hit some of those passes. But last couple of games, he's just been really inconsistent.
Well, and I think that's the key is the missed passes, the missed opportunities he had last night. Overshot Justin Jefferson, who was completely wide open at one point. Another one Jefferson probably should have caught. And he had a couple balls that were tipped. You know, I did like when he took off and run and got the first down, but yeah, it seemed like they needed him there, especially toward the end. Kind of failed again, getting those interceptions. So Cousins, I was actually surprised at how low his passing yardage was. Wasn't like 214 or something, 220. I thought he threw for more than that. So definitely a down game for Cousins. Again, there were still some beautiful throws and some good moments, but overall, not what we're used to seeing for number 8 in that big, thick ass.
Yeah, and this is very impolite of us because Kirk Cousins' big thing is he can't win in prime time. He finally gets a win, and we put him on the losers list. That is rude as shit from us.
Hell yeah.
This one isn't rude. This one is easy. Chris Boyd again. He came in a pinch, and boy, they went after him. They were 3 for 3 on him, 64 yards, and he had 2 penalties.
Well, the taunting penalty, that was really where this whole thing started to go south. Makes a good play, gets over the guy, gets in his face, gets the 15 yards. I think the Steelers probably scored 2 plays later. Then they continued to pick on him. He was so bad. I was actually wanting Bashaud Breeland to come back in. That's so bad Chris Boyd was.
Wow. Final. Lump, I guess I'm gonna let you take this one. You want him on this list. You got him.
Well, here's the thing, and this is why he's on the list. And again, losers probably, I don't feel good about putting him on a losers list. It's a hard term. It's a mean term, a term that's full of hate and negativity. But Justin Jefferson, and here's the reason I put him on this list. He sets the bar so damn high that when he doesn't reach that level he set for himself, you got to be disappointed. You got to be upset. And, you know, he had, I think, charged with 1 drop, but he also had some opportunities where you see him make these catches. You see him make these kind of catches every single week, and he just wasn't doing that last night, and maybe came back to earth a little bit. So Jefferson overall, I mean, he really should have had 3 touchdowns the first half, and he had the 1, and then he kind of just disappeared the second half, which you hate to see that happen. You like to see consistency throughout the whole game. Obviously, the Steelers were trying to scheme and take him out, but overall, Jefferson, you know, he ended up with a 7 for 79 or something in a touchdown. He should have had a much, much bigger game. So that's why he gets on this list, in my opinion.
Well, you're going to get a lump of coal for Christmas from Santa for putting him on this list. I don't agree with that one bit. I mean, he was double covered. Shit, give the guy a little bit of credit. But yeah, I agree. Some of those very tough catches, we're used to seeing him. We're just being extra picky. So he's on the list.
Let's be honest. I mean, he's held to a standard much higher than KJ Osborne is. Probably even higher than Adam Thielen is at this point, just how good he's been the last couple of weeks. So that's why. I mean, it's up here. He was probably able here.
All right, those are our losers. Let us know who your big loser was, big turd of the game, down in the comments. And as always, subscribe, like the show, hit up that Patreon link. Let's get to 50. Boom.
Hell yeah. Remember to keep your skull in your hole. And remember this: in 2006, a robot taste tester confirmed that humans taste like bacon.
Beep, beep, boop.